We'll call to order the City of Douglasville City Council Committee meetings for tonight. It's not committee, I apologize. This is our voting meeting, our regular City Council meeting for tonight, which is Tuesday, September the 5th, 2023. And our invocation will be done by the Associate Pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Douglasville, Associate Pastor Andrew Dickinson. And after Pastor Dickinson comes with the invocation, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by the Mayor Pro Tem City Council Member Terry Miller. Please stand for the invocation.
As you're able, please join me in prayer. Eternal God, the refuge of all your children, we thank you for the gift of this day, for life and health and strength, to give ourselves in service of our neighbors. We ask that where we need strength, you would grant us strength. Where we lack clarity, we ask that you illumine us with your light. For sorrow or sadness we may feel, we pray that you would be to us comfort and peace. And for those times where we feel insufficient and fear we have fallen short, we ask that your grace and providence would compensate. As we approach the work before us this evening, we pray for Mayor Robinson and our city councillors and all who are gathered in this room, that you would help and guide these proceedings for the well-being of our whole community. We ask these things in your holy name. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem and Pastor Dickinson. It's good to see you again, and thank you for that beautiful invocation. We appreciate you. My name is Rochelle Robinson. I'd like to welcome you to the Douglasville City Council regular meeting for tonight. I'll go over the protocol for the meeting, and then we will follow the meeting based on the agenda. This is a City Council regular meeting where agenda items will have official action taken this evening based on the information and the agenda items that we had last Thursday. If the business you're here for is not listed as an agenda item, there will be ample time under the agenda items, comments from citizens and delegates for you to come and discuss your business with us. Just a few protocol issues, and then we can get into the meat of the meeting. I ask that you would please keep your comments and presentations on a professional level dealing with the facts that are important for this governing body to make our decisions. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be of a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive a warning from the chair if you deviate from this requirement. A second deviation will result in a request for you not to continue speaking. We'll turn your microphone off, but we know that we're all going to respect each other. Only one person speaking at a time, please. Please do not applaud or speak to the audience or carry on a conversation in the audience or if you're at the microphone. We will only required to accept public comments during the required public hearings. And if you have any printed material we ask that you would like for us to have, we ask that you would please give that information to our city clerk, Ms. Vicki Acker, to my right. She will make copies and disseminate the information to myself and council members. If you have a cell phone or electronic device, we ask that you would please put those in silent mode or turn those off until after the meeting so they will not be disruptive. Now, this is how the agenda items will be handled. The committee chairperson will read the agenda item, then that person or applicant representing that information will come forward and give their name and address for the record. Myself and council members will possibly ask clarifying questions from information that was not presented to us last Thursday. If you have new information, please bring that forward as well. After that, committee chairperson will ask for comments or statements from the audience. There is a maximum of 20 minutes for those in support of an item and 20 minutes for those in opposition, and each person has 5 minutes to speak. One person speaking at a time, please. Prior to coming to the podium, we ask that you would please fill out a speaker card. The speaker cards are outside on the desk, outside the council chambers. Please fill that speaker card out, bring it to our city clerk, and when you come to the microphone, give us your name and address for the record. This is not a question and answer format or debate. We're really here just to deliberate, hear the information that you have, and be able to make our decisions. And if we are not able to answer you this evening, we will have staff follow up with you at a later time. Those are all the rules for the meeting, and now we will follow the agenda. There is an agenda, paper agenda, it's outside on the desk if you would like a paper agenda, and or you can follow us online or with the above me with the screen that's printed there. So now we'll move down from the agenda, and we are on item number 5, and it's approval of the agenda. I will open the floor for a motion to adopt the regular meeting agenda for September 5th, 2023. Thank you so much, Councilman Adams. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second? Thank you so much, Councilmember Miller N. It's been properly moved and second to adopt the regular meeting agenda for September 5th, 2023. Do we have any, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Any questions or comments? I apologize. No nays. The agenda is unanimously approved. We'll move on then to the consent agenda. I will open the floor for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Point of order, Madam Mayor, you skipped number 6.
I did. I sure did. Thank you so much, Councilman Adams. And Mayor Pro Tem was getting ready to jump in and help me. Okay, item number 6A, minutes of the August 17th, 2023 legislative work session and minutes of the August 21st, 2023 millage rate public hearings 1 and 2, regular meeting and executive session. So I will open the floor for a motion to approve item 23-361.
So moved.
Thank you so much, Councilman Adams. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Who do we get, Ms. Acker? Ms. Miller or Councilman Davis? Who pushed the button?
Get buzzers here.
No, we don't.
Give it to Miss Miller this time.
Okay, Councilman Davis said he's going to give it to Ms. Miller. So it's been properly moved in second, moved by Councilmember Adams and second by Councilmember Miller N. to approve item 23-361. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns from the council members? You see any corrections? Thank you. I don't see anyone. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 23-361 is unanimously approved. We'll move on then to item number 7, which is the consent agenda. I will open the floor for a motion to approve the consent agenda. Thank you, Councilman. They're letting you do all the work, Councilman Adams. It's been approved. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Watts. Did you get that, Ms. Acker? Councilman Watts or Mayor Pro Tem? Okay, Mr. Miller was quick on the draw, so it's been properly moved in second, moved by Councilmember Chris Watts and second by Mayor Pro Tem, City Councilmember Terry Miller, to approve the consent agenda as presented. Do we see any corrections, concerns, or comments from council members? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The consent agenda is approved unanimously. We'll move on then to item number 8, which is Economic Development Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem City Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Economic Development Committee at this time.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on then to item number 9, which is Finance Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Mark Adams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business in finance tonight.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on then to Housing and Community Affairs Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Dr. LaShawn Berdanley.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight under Housing and Community Affairs.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
We'll move on then to Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee, chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
Yes, ma'am. May I have one item, and I'm going to start with item A.
Yes, sir.
SDS, affirmation of authority to the mayor to sign forms and the clerk to assist signatures upon approval of legal counsel as contemplated in the December 19, 2022 IGA. Ms. Hampton.
Yes, sir. This just affirms that the mayor will be signing the service delivery strategy agreements between the city of Douglasville and Douglas County. With your approval of this, this will move this process on so that those documents can be approved and signed.
Okay. Mayor and council? Madam Mayor?
I do have a question, Councilmember Davis, Mr. Chairman. City Manager, is this inclusive of the information with the Sheriff's Department?
No, ma'am, the sheriff is not subject to service delivery strategy. That'll be a separate agreement that you'll see on the 14th and the 18th.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Just, I wanted to clarify that. I thought that was the issue.
Okay, if not, Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion we approve.
Thank you so
Item
much.
23-360.
Thank you so much, Councilman Davis. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Adams. It's been properly moved and second, moved by the chair, Councilmember Samuel Davis, and second by Councilmember Adams to approve item 23-360. Do we have any concerns, questions, comments from council? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 23-360 is unanimously approved.
That's all I have, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilman Davis. We'll move on then to item number 12, which is Personnel and Organization Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight in personnel and organization.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll move on then to item 13, which is Planning and Development Committee, chaired by Councilmember Mark Adams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have several items tonight under planning and development.
Yes, sir.
Item A, consider a request for plat approval for the purpose of combining .922 acres at Doris Road in Land Lot 50, District 1, Section 5. Parcel IDs are 005-0015-0115 and 005-0015-0116. Application by Coaction Development Group, care of Jared Cox. Ms. Jackson?
Good evening, Marissa Jackson, Planning and Zoning Administrator, 6701 Church Street. There are no updates to this item since last meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Is there any one that had any additional comment or question concerning this application and request for final plat approval? Anyone that had anything that they would like to add? If there's someone to represent the applicant, any applicant's additions? Don't see any. We'll move forward then with this request. Make a motion to approve item 23-349.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. It's been properly moved and second, moved by the chair, Councilman Adams, and second by Councilmember Davis to approve item 23-349. Do we have any concerns, comments, questions, any issues with this item from the elected officials? I don't see anyone raising any concerns. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. This item is unanimously approved.
Moving on to item B.
Yes, sir.
Consider request for plat approval for the purpose of subdividing .817 acres and leaving the remaining 10.514 acres at 9557 Georgia Highway 5 in Land Lot 160, District 2, Section 5, Parcel ID 016-0025-0019, application by SCC Market Square LLC, care of Chris Rebel. Ms. Jackson?
Hello, there are no updates to this item since last meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Are there any questions or comments of council or Madam Mayor concerning this application to split off .817 acres from the development there on Highway 5? I believe this is the Steak and Shake location. Is that correct, Ms. Jackson?
That's correct.
Okay. Anyone have any
Chair.
questions or comments?
I just,
Yes,
from the other night, I remember thinking this after we were done. So Steak and Shake or whoever runs that Steak and Shake, they will own that small parcel there and take it out of the overall piece of property that all the other stores are on?
That's correct. So the property that has the Steak and Shake and their parking lot around it will be its own single ownership and its own single parcel separate from the rest of the area.
So it's being cut out,
Yes,
and
subdivided.
subdivided into a lot that Steak and Shake, the owner of Steak and Shake, or someone leasing the Steak and Shake will own the property, and the parking spaces that were required are all in Shake, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Others? Questions, comments? Anyone like to add anything? Anything? Is there an applicant representative here that needs to speak? If so, come forward. Come forward if you'd like. If there are any questions of the applicant, we have a representative here, sir. If you give your name and address for the record. If you have something you'd like to say, that's fine, or if there are any questions that we have of the applicant. Go ahead.
Chris Redderson, 9730 Foxworth Drive, Alpharetta. I'd just add, I represent SEC Market Square. When subdivided, we're going to still own all parcels, the Steak and Shake, currently the Popeyes, which is a separate parcel, and the shopping center behind. We have internal cross-access and easement agreements with all the parcels, but just to have a separate parcel there.
Okay. Questions, comments? Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Seeing none, then I will make a motion that we approve item 23-251.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We have a motion to approve item 23-251, excuse me, by the chairman. Do we have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. What did you get, Ms. Acker? Mayor Pro Tem or Councilman Davis? Who pushed the button? Oh, Mr. Watts pushed the button. Okay. So it's been properly moved and second moved by the chair, Councilman Adams, and second by Councilmember Watts to approve item 23-251. Do we have any comments, concerns, or questions from council? And for the applicant who came forward. Outside of bringing us some fries, you know, they have great fries at Steak and Shake. Thank you. Not hearing any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 23-251 is unanimously approved.
Item C, refer to the Planning Commission a proposed ordinance to amend subsections 2.02, 2.05, 2.06, 8.04, and 13.02 of the Unified Development Ordinance to allow the use of shipping containers for commercial activities in certain zoning districts. Ms. Reed, I know that there was some discussion on Thursday. Have we updated this item to include other uses or other specific types of retailers? Can you help us with that? Just update us on that, please.
Yes, sir. So in the staff report that will be submitted over to the Planning Commission, that use will be added to the full list so that when it comes back to you for your final vote or your additions to that particular item, it would be included in that full list.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Questions, comments, anyone? Madam Mayor?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ms. Reed, for making that clarification for us. So Mayor Pro Tem brought up bicycle shops or any type of restaurant or a business that would be approved, and if it weren't on the list, then they can always apply for a special land use permit. Is that correct?
According to the list, those that are allowed within that particular use, he wanted to request retail because it's more general. So if it's not, let's just say something that's a little different, such as, I don't know, let's just say a bicycle repair shop. That would not be an allowed use within there. But if it's a retail sale of bicycles or something of that nature, that could be allowed. So the use is just, if it's retail, it's been allowed, but if it's something that's outside of that list, it wouldn't be. The special land uses are the uses themselves. So for example, the zoning classification. For example, if someone's looking to have this particular use within your TCMU, it's right out aloud. But if it's being asked within your general commercial or your LI, your light industrial, that would be your special land use in, not the particular use, it's just a zoning classification.
Okay, so a cobbler couldn't come in? You know, someone who fixed shoes or?
That's more of a repair, it's not really a retail.
Yeah, so repairs
but
are
a
not.
sale of shoes could come in.
Okay,
So the uses are two different things. One is already sold inside of the, the retail component, but then the other with the repairs, it's a different style use.
okay. Thank you.
But when it comes back, you can add to that list should you desire.
Okay. I don't know if people get their shoes repaired anymore. You buy some expensive ones, you want to keep the heels. Okay, I was just asking. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Others? Other questions?
Me too.
None? Thank you. All right, we'll move forward then. Make a motion that we approve item 23-357 for commercial containers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. It's been properly moved by the chair, and second by Mayor Pro Tem to approve item 23-357. Do we have any additional comments, concerns, or questions as relates to this item? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 23-357 is unanimously approved.
Last item, authorize the mayor to sign a submittal letter to the Department of Community Affairs and to the Atlanta Regional Commission for the purpose of submission for review of the City of Douglasville's comprehensive plan prior to its final adoption. Ms. Reed?
Yes, sir. We have completed our first draft of your comprehensive plan. We are asking for permission to have the file submitted over to the state, and that transmittal letter will have the mayor's signature to release that file for the beginning of the review process. So with that, tonight's vote will give her the authority to sign off on that transmittal form.
Necessary step, next step to move forward.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone have any questions or comments concerning this? Any public comment concerning it? Okay. Seeing none, I then make a motion that we approve. Got to find it. My screen's blocked up. That we approve item 23-305.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We have a motion to approve. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. It's been properly moved by Councilmember Adams, the chair, and second by Councilmember Davis to approve item 23-305. Do we have any concerns, questions, comments from council members? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 23-305 is unanimously approved, with the exception of all these items excuse absence of Councilmember Estes, but all who are present have unanimously approved these items.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We are complete then with Planning and Development Committee tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to Ms. Reed and to Ms. Jackson for bringing the items forward to us. We'll move on then to the next committee, which is item 14, Public Improvement and Beautification Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Nicole Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business for Public Improvement and Beautification.
Thank you, ma'am. Public Relations Committee, the Vice Chair, I'll ask Mayor Pro Tem if you don't mind taking this item for me, please.
Surely, Madam Mayor, there is no business tonight under the Public Relations Committee.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. We'll move on then to Public Safety Committee, chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
No items at this time, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Councilman Davis. Recreation, Culture, and Tourism Committee, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight. Recreation, Culture, and Tourism.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll move on then to Technology Committee, chaired by Mayor Pro Tem City Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There is no business under the Technology Committee at this time.
Thank you, sir. Transportation Committee, chaired by Councilmember Dr. LaShawn Verdanley.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight under transportation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Verdanley.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other business to come before council tonight from the elected officials?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir, Councilman Davis.
I would like to call Mr. John Dean down.
Oh. He was in the consent agenda, huh? So we're just going to call him out. I understand. It's a good thing.
And if you state your name and information for the record, Mr. Dean.
John Dean, 6417 Strickland Street.
And I just want to thank you for being diligently and willing to serve on the Douglas County Water and Sewer Authority to fill the unaspired term. Thank you.
Thank you all. And I guess I've been in Douglasville a total of, about 19 years now.
Oh, wow.
2 years downtown. And I'll tell you that every issue that I have ever brought to either the mayor, our ward members, I think our one that's over here typing now,
Ms. Hampton.
Ms. Hampton, of
Ms.
course.
Hampton.
And
Dr.
of course, Chief Sparks, you all have handled them graciously, and I do appreciate it. And again, you're bestowing this honor on which I do appreciate thoroughly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
That's all I
Councilman
have, Madam
Adams.
Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Adams, and thank you so much, Mr. Dean. Again, we echo from the entire City Council and from myself. I really look forward to you serving on the Water and Sewer Authority Board of Directors. So I'll see you every couple of weeks when we have board meetings. You will learn so much about water that you never knew. So thank you so much for being willing to give your time. We appreciate that.
Madam
And all
Mayor?
of our volunteers. Yes, sir.
Will someone be contacting Mr. Dean with the information?
Yes, ma'am.
You got it
They'll
already?
make certain that he comes to the meeting. I believe the meeting is September 12th or 17th, but our city manager will make certain someone gets in
Okay.
contact with
All
him
right, thank
to let Mr. Dean know where he should report. Any other comments? Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I know we covered it thoroughly during our committee meetings, but I want
Yes,
on the official legislative record, what an amazing job the City of
Mm-hmm.
Douglasville staff did for our first and opening concert, in addition to the job of our Public Safety Department, chaired by our Dr. Chief Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
Did an incredible job there as well, keeping everybody safe. There were essentially no incidents whatsoever, as far as I know. And very, very minor little, issues that might have come up about, whatever, but thoroughly fantastic job that the staff did. I mean, it was, like I said before, it was absolutely 100% professional. We put us up against any other city that could
Yes.
have tried to do the same thing and pulled it off, and especially how it came together so quickly at the end.
Yes,
And
sir.
how much
So
more
let's,
we're looking
so let's
forward
do
to.
it again come Saturday, right?
I think that's a
Mr.
great
Mayor Pro
idea.
Tem? I think it's a great idea.
Let's put the show on right here in River City.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. You have eloquently spoken for the entire council. We really do appreciate everything that staff has done to help the success of our first grand opening for the Town Green Amphitheater. We just look forward to many more concerts and for the entire amphitheater to be built out for a gathering space for citizens. So thank you so much. Any other comments from the elected body? Okay, I don't see any. Then we'll move on to our updates from our city staff. Our city attorney, Mr. Dotson.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you so much, Colonel Dotson. Our staff attorney, Ms. Miranda Jordan.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Our chief of police, Dr. Gary Sparks.
No business, Madam Mayor.
What? How did the peace rally go, chief?
Oh, it went well. Coach was there. We had several people there,
I
and
saw that.
so we had a good time, and we'll look to do it again next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, chief. We appreciate everything that you do to help us be one with the community. Our city manager, Ms. Marcia Hampton.
Yes, ma'am, and I think I speak for all the staff. Thank you all for allowing us the opportunity to be able to put something on like we did on Saturday. And as Councilman Adams says, we're managing to get ready for the next one because we got a short week, so we're right back at it. But we're happy to do it, and we're confident that with changes we make, we'll make every one of them that we do even better. And just to address, we're getting questions, when are we going to open the park up? Because people want to enjoy the park.
Yes.
But I'm asking again, if individuals will please pack their patience. We will keep the amphitheater gated until we are through construction. Our construction company is gracious enough to allow us to have basically get the facility to a point where we can be there to have the concert series, because there are some temporary fixes that are there that hopefully the public didn't notice. But as soon as this concert series is over, they're going to be hard at work finishing up. And so our expectation is that the park itself will be open sometime around Thanksgiving. So I know that may seem like a long time, but I think that gives us enough time to button everything up. And when we open up, it's open to the public, no more barricades, none of that, and they can enjoy themselves and come out and have lunch or whatever they would like to do. So that is our goal. If something changes, I will let you know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, city manager. We appreciate that. So now we'll move on with comments from citizens and delegates. If you sustain the meeting and you'd like to speak to us, please come forward and give us your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to talk to us about anything that is germane to the city of Douglasville.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Lisa Pennell, 6736 Clark Street in Douglasville, obviously.
Yes, ma'am.
I have been trying to get some information regarding the maintenance of the ditches, and I was given an answer by a council member that is different than the city maintenance manager.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I went on a quest to get that in writing.
Okay.
I sent emails with my council representatives on it to find this. I was advised at one point, I tried to look up the code, and I was referred to a book on international residential code maintenance. I went to City Hall to try and look at that book.
Yes, ma'am.
The book was not available to me. I was referred to to send an email to the sanitation department. I have copied several members on my email chain, and I've
Yes, ma'am.
continued it. I did recently copy yourself as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And I have received no reply from the sanitation department. I have sent no less than 12 emails and have gotten one response in the beginning from the city maintenance person. I feel like this information is difficult to come by in writing, but I really want to know the answer so that we can abide properly by it. But I feel like my emails are going nowhere, and I don't understand why I can't find the answer to this question.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize for the difficulty that you've had. I'm sure if you've received a response from sanitation, they're probably working on that. But if our city manager, if you have her information,
It's probably
I'm
been
not,
2
and it sounds like
weeks.
it's WSA. Is it WSA for Digits?
I'm not quite certain, Mayor, but I know that you've spoken to Mr. Roberts tonight. If you would like to hold on after the meeting, myself, Ms. Reed, and Mr. Roberts, and I see Ms. Melissa back there as well, we can look into the issue and figure out how we can solve it.
Yes,
I would
ma'am.
like to see it in writing, just because I've had different answers.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, the code is in that book that's at City Hall.
It's in a secret book.
I don't
We need to figure out what's going on. Well, we apologize that you have sent emails and not been able to get a remedy and had to take time out of your day to come down to talk to us.
Well, thank
But
you.
we
I
do
appreciate
appreciate you taking the time, and we apologize, and we'll certainly work on getting you a remedy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Any other comments? Yes, ma'am, please come forward, give us your name and address for the record. And we hope you haven't sent 12 emails. We'll just see what's going on. Okay. Uh-oh.
All right, my name is Latice Douglas. I live at 3705 Rifflewood Way. Just recently, I purchased a pack and ship franchise called Postal Annex. It will be opening at the Publix Plaza, the Paradise Crossing. We offer, it's a small business home office place where you can have private mailboxes. If you do packing and shipping from UPS, FedEx, DHL. The reason I came up with this idea to open up that store is because in that area of Douglasville, we have to travel to UPS to ship a package. Then we have to go to the USPS to ship another package, then FedEx. But now I'm opening up a franchise where we just do all of that in one place. My question is, I submitted a request to have the Postal Annex sign put up. There was a mistake with the application. We went through E-Plan, followed the process, and I had called my assistant and said, hey, add private mailboxes to our business permit.
Mailbox.
With her inexperience, she actually added it to the business permit instead of going to planning and zoning to have it officially added. Well, when she submitted the permit to get the sign, it got declined, which is fair. And I received a notification that it was updated incorrectly. So I rushed to planning and, I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
That's okay, you're fine, take your
I
time.
went to planning and zoning, had my business license updated correctly. We got our business permit, we have our final inspection, so we're ready to open. But on August the 1st, the sign company resubmitted the request to put our official Postal Annex sign. On August the 17th, in planning and E-Plan, I asked for an update. Haven't received update. So I went to the planning and zoning to take care of some business, and I asked, where's the permit people? And they was like 2 seats down. So I spoke to Ms. Fran, and she was like, I'll just send an email to Russell to get an update on when you will get your sign, your permit sign approved. A couple of days later, I received a very harsh email from Mr. Russell telling me, do not come up to the courthouse asking for updates.
And I was getting ready to, I wanted you to finish so I can be certain.
Yeah,
So
it was-
Brickleberry, you're in the county.
Yes.
So it's the county's planning department. So you're outside of the city limits.
The store is actually in Lithia Springs,
It's county.
right here at
Yes, it's county.
Madam Mayor, what's the address?
3665 Lee Road.
And Mr. Russell is at the courthouse, it's not the city.
So my question is, I want to open up the store because the rent is due. I'm having to pay rent on that space, and we're trying to do a soft open on September 11th because the franchise is coming to Douglasville to inspect the store. Our grand opening is September 16th, and I want to have the sign put up instead of having a banner. So what's the next step to just get an ETA when that sign permit be approved?
I know, we can't help you, unfortunately, because all of your concerns are with the county, with Douglas County. So you have to go to the county courthouse, and that's the planning and development or planning and zoning board for Douglas County. This is a city, and so you're outside of our jurisdiction.
Okay.
So we can't do anything about the signage. I'm not certain. Your commissioner is Commissioner Robinson.
Kelly Robinson?
So,
Okay.
but yes, so the county courthouse. I know it's confusing, but part of Lithia Springs is in the city. But yes,
I'm new
ma'am.
here, so this is my first time ever opening business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a cybersecurity analyst, so I'm kind of.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a new thing for me. Okay.
Yes, so everything is at the county, unfortunately. So it's on Hospital Drive, and maybe start with a letter of the person who sent you a letter. Maybe call them or just go up there or talk to your county commissioner.
He told me not to write him or email him anymore because he will not respond to it.
Well,
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize for somebody else, but I'm sorry you had a bad time, but it's
All
at the
right, we're
county.
still going to open with the banner, but I was
Yes,
just
ma'am.
trying to get more information on how to get the official sign put up. All right,
And hopefully
thank
they'll give you a temporary sign, but I can't answer for them. I apologize.
you. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming anyway. Any other comments from citizens and delegates in the audience? Thank you all so much for coming. If we don't have any other business, and please, our staff will talk to you after the meeting. If we don't have any other business, then this meeting is adjourned.